Melanie, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate it. So my first question for you is, do you believe the federal government should designate housing as a human right in the Constitution and align their policy with a rights-based approach?
I absolutely believe that housing is a human right and we should identify it as such.
Okay, prior to 1993, the Federal National Housing Strategy built 500,000 units for middle and low-income citizens. Do you support the National Housing Strategy and the Canada Mortgage Housing Corporation, and should the federal government be responsible for funding or co-funding public housing with the provinces?
I do believe the federal government is responsible for funding or contributing to the funding of housing.
Okay, so to resume like the original, I mean, I know they go piecemeal now, but to resume the larger, like they built 500,000, so that would take a significant more.
We have a lot of time to make up for, so yeah. we did nothing between now and then, or very little, so yeah, I think we do need to make up for that.
Okay, terrific. Okay. What is your strategy to drive down the rising and unaffordable cost of housing for both owners and renters?
First of all, the Green Party is advocating for a guaranteed livable income, so that would mean that everybody is going to have the money to have a house over their heads. So I think that'll help a lot. In addition, though, we definitely need supply. Right now, there is limited availability in that range, in that price range that people on a lower income can afford. So we do need to build more. We need to offer more options for units in houses. We need more of the mix, the missing middle, we call it, of housing options. The low-rise apartment buildings and the duplexes and the fourplexes, and we just need more options for people. So renovating what we can to accommodate that, and then building some new.
Okay, terrific. Is there anything else about your housing policy that you would like to add for the Green Party?
I think you covered it in that I believe housing is a right, personally, and I do believe that we need to work with all levels of government, and we need to work with the Indigenous community, and we need to work with advocates that are on the ground working with homeless populations, and we need to come up with a plan. I think we need to do better than we've done in the past. We can't just put, I'm sure you can share a lot about your experience, but we can't just take a homeless person and stick them in a building and then leave them there. There needs to be support. We need to have a structure to move into permanent housing, and we need to build that. So I think having I think the Green Party has talked about having a Minister of Housing, may be a good way to go, and really look into how best to provide the services. It's so interconnected with all sorts of other issues, right? Income equality and mental health and addiction and substance abuse. So we really need a holistic plan, and the Green Party recognizes that. That's why we want to do the work, get the research done.
Yeah, so I think that's part of the problem. It's so complex.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're putting Band-Aids on the symptoms, right? Rather than working on the problem.
Right, exactly. Yes, I agree. Okay, so we'll just close. I'm just going to read you a poem. This is what home means to me. Home. Clean, fresh water, a healthy, delicious meal, reading a book peacefully, a gentle breeze blowing in the window, sunlight dancing on the wall, listening to birdsong among the trees, sleeping safe and sound. All these things are home to me. So I just want to know if you could tell me personally, what does home mean to you?
First and foremost, I always say my family. I think you can be at home anywhere with your family, but obviously, from my experience, I recognize that assumes that there's already a roof over my head. And for a lot of people, they don't have that. And that is the first thing you need to be at home.
Right. Okay, well that's my interview. So
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.